Hi, we're here in the Dreamforce Expo, right in the center of the action with the Accenture booth. And I am standing here with Yusuf Tayob of Accenture. Welcome to Dreamforce.
Thank you. Very, very happy to be here this week.
We're very delighted to have you guys as diamond sponsors of Dreamforce, so thank you very much for your partnership with us.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. You know, we've been a part of Dreamforce now for 8 years, and we were the exclusive diamond sponsor last year, and we are again this year, and we couldn't be more excited about our partnership together.
We couldn't be more appreciative of you being the diamond sponsor. We couldn't do Dreamforce without partners like you, so thank you. So tell us a little bit about what your clients are going to be stopping by the booth and talking with you guys about while you're here at Dreamforce.
Yeah, you know, every year I come here, we find that clients are getting more excited and more mature about doing bigger things with Salesforce. And I think this year it's just going to be unprecedented. The social enterprise vision is something we're hearing a lot about. We have a lot of questions about how do I really enable the social enterprise vision. Some of our clients who have been ahead in that space will actually be presenting their stories. Verizon, Schneider Electric, JP Morgan Chase. They'll be out there actually in the breakout sessions talking about what they've done. And there'll be others who are just learning about some of this, and we expect to have a lot of conversations about social enterprise vision.
Awesome. So tell me what some of the things that your clients are doing that they're having success with when it comes to Salesforce and with social in particular.
You know, I think clients have finally figured out that the lines between marketing, sales, and service blurred, and now they've fundamentally gone away, especially when you introduce the social component. And our best clients have figured out how to take social from a hobby to something that they can really monetize. They can mine the data out of it, they can, by connecting marketing, sales, and service, really create business opportunities or customer service opportunities, and they're engaging with their customers and their partners and their employees in a whole different way.
That's fantastic. Social really is changing the world, and it seems like you guys are really at the forefront helping your clients get through that and navigate it. What are some of the concerns that people have that you're helping them kind of overcome with regards to social?
You know, because social was a hobby for so long, and because if you ask for a definition of social, you ask 5 people for a definition, you're likely to get 6 different answers. What people are really challenged with is, what does social mean for my organization? And how can I really make it work for my business? In a B2B environment, what are the differences in social versus in a B2C environment? We hear a lot about employee networks and what's reasonable to do within an organization, where are the boundaries between social networks and your personal life and within the enterprise. But mostly, because the technologies are evolving so quickly, our clients are asking us a lot about how to stay on the front end of it and how to continue to be leading in their respective industries.
Right. What are you finding that it's really different for every company? Like every company has such a different personality, and so do you advise your clients to, I mean, they kind of have to take a personal approach, or there's some kind of lessons learned that everyone can take generally?
Yeah, I think everyone can take the same lessons out of this, and number one is you've got to be business outcome led, and you've got to be focused on the value that you're trying to achieve. And I see it consistently across all of our clients. I see it in every industry. Those that start with the end in mind, what they want to achieve from a value perspective, end up having a lot of success. Those that start thinking about it as interesting technology that they just want to try, typically have a more difficult time.
Social for social's sake doesn't really work all the time.
Social for social's sake doesn't really work. That's a great way to say it.
So what kinds of business benefits and value do you see your clients getting out of it?
Well, because you have the opportunity now to connect customers, partners, and employees in a wholly different way, we're seeing increased speed to market in terms of capabilities and products that get to market faster. We're absolutely seeing increased customer satisfaction when it's used in the service space. And then when you connect marketing and sales, we're certainly seeing benefits as it relates to top line. And they're more leading indicators right now than they are actual sales results. But we think those sales results are coming.
Awesome. And you mentioned before that it's kind of breaking the boundaries between sales and service in a lot of the departments and companies. So how are companies working together in different ways to kind of address that?
Yeah, it is a challenge. There's always the question of who owns the customer. Does the CMO own the customer? Does the chief sales officer own the customer? Or is the customer service guy that owns the customer? And you'll find a different answer in every company. Sometimes you'll find more than one answer in every company. The companies that are having success, the really high-performing companies, are figuring out the answer to who owns customer experience at different touch points, and they're all sharing in the responsibility and accountability for customer experience.
Fantastic. That's the way it should be, seamless for all customers,
That's right.
no matter who they talk to or what department. Okay, well, thank you very much for your time. We really, again, appreciate your sponsorship of Dreamforce, and I hope that everyone comes down and visits the Accenture booth or visits your website to find out more about your services. Thanks again.
Thank you very much. We're also hosting a number of roundtables at the Executive Summit, so we look forward to connecting with everyone on these topics.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Julie Legal here in the Cloud Expo at Dreamforce, and I'm here with Bill Finch, SVP and GM of Sales of Marketo. And I, of course, want to start off by saying thank you to Marketo for being a sponsor at Dreamforce. How many Dreamforces has Marketo been coming to now?
This is number 5 for us. We're excited. We started off as a bronze sponsor 5 years ago, and now we've moved our way up all the way to titanium.
This is a beautiful booth and a beautiful presence for Marketo. For people at home who maybe aren't familiar, can you just tell us quickly what Marketo does?
Yes, absolutely. Marketo is a marketing automation company. We really focus on helping companies drive their revenue performance management inside their organization. So we're typically known for helping people nurture their leads, score their leads, pass their leads over to sales, and helping their sales team focus on what's most important for them to call on.
Now, of course, when we hear about marketing, I have to think a lot about social because we've heard so much about how social is changing the way marketing is done. How is Marketo helping its customers get social with marketing?
It's a great question, and social is very relevant to us. Not only is social obviously a big topic here at Dreamforce this year, but for Marketo as well. Our customers are coming to us, and regardless of whether they're looking to market offline, meaning at a trade show, whether they're looking to market online on an email or an SMS or something like that, or via social channel like Facebook or Twitter, Marketo is becoming that central location where they can manage that entire process and do all of that marketing from.
That's great. And you mentioned lead nurturing. Can you nurture a lead on social?
Absolutely. You can send something over to Facebook page or have somebody like something. You can see where they forward that to and track that through the entire process.
And then how does that integrate into Salesforce.com and their offering?
So Marketo is very tightly coupled with Salesforce. Once something comes into Marketo, we immediately score it and process it, and we send that over to Salesforce so that the sales rep themselves can get that lead and react to it. The sales rep never is going to go into Marketo. That's where the marketing team functions, but the sales rep is going to look at their Salesforce system, dive into that inside of the lead. Really.
That's great. What kinds of new things are you guys showing at Dreamforce this year?
We're really focused on social. Like I said, a lot of the last couple of years we've been focused on online marketing in the email world as well as offline and print and trade shows. But social's been a big item for us this year and coming out and focusing on trying to help people who are determining their strategy of how they're going to use social channels to market. And what used to be used for teenagers and kids and for B2C companies is now becoming very prevalent inside of B2B organizations as well.
That's interesting. We hear so much that so far social has been B2C. What advice would you have to B2B companies who are looking for social and how they should start thinking about their social strategy for marketing?
You know, I think it's like any evolution of technology. A lot of times it might start in a different place, but then the importance of it grows. And for B2B organizations, they're realizing that having a presence out there is really important for them in the social world. That today's buyers, especially younger folks, they don't all function over email. They might function a little bit differently. They're looking at Pinterest. They're looking at Facebook. They're looking at different mediums to try and get their information. And so as that evolves, as their buyer evolves, they're going to have to choose a vendor that helps them evolve their business with them.
But you still think there's a role for traditional marketing like trade shows and like email?
Well, absolutely. You look at companies that have been around for 30 years, they're still here. So the fact is that email today is the predominant method that people are doing their marketing. But we just, like I said, want to be available for our customers. We want to have availability for our customers to be able to choose the method that they're going to market, that their customers are coming to them and wanting to buy over. We want to be able to deliver that inside of Marketo.
It's great. And what types of companies are Marketo's customers?
We have a number of great companies. A lot of our customers are here. Some of them are exhibiting. If you look around at a lot of the organizations here, I can see a few. Financial Force over there, EchoSign. Those are companies that are right here on the floor. Some of the smaller ones, but then we go up to big companies like General Electric, like Intel are using Marketo. So we really span the whole breadth of the SMB type of space all the way up to enterprise organizations.
That's great. Well, again, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate Marketo's sponsorship. If people aren't able to come down and see this amazing booth, they can, I assume, visit your website to learn more about Marketo?
You bet, marketo.com.
Great. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Back to the studio.